We are ready to enter Lane Stadium in Blacksburg, Virginia. The Hokies enter the stadium to the familiar strains of Enter Sandman. The Hokies will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So West Virginia's offense has the ball first today. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. Got enough for the first. Might have a chance. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. And the Mountaineers have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll run it. It's Thompson. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they've moved closer and closer, and still they need 2 yards. Third and goal. On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. So Virginia Tech's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here comes the sophomore running back. He put up more than 250 yards, 4 touchdowns while running his team to a win in their last game. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McCord. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's second and 3. Breaks the tackle. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
That's a really good job by this defense, because second and short a lot of times, you're thinking pass. You're thinking they're going to try to make that big play because they're set up in a good spot. They did a great job still getting penetration, shutting down the run. Now, third and short time. Probably expecting another run again. Who's going to be the most physical team?
Takes the handoff. It's McCord. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's second and 3. Finding some room. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Hokies are marching down the field. The run inside. It's McCord. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. The inside handoff. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. It'll be third and long. They want to run this quarterback. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds, and he is really close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that they will take off and run, and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Hokies. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
How about that way to start a game? They didn't even attempt to throw. They just ran it meticulously down the field, and that guy caps off a beautiful start to this game with a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake. That's caught. It's Hamilton. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Running inside, it's Thompson. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Turning on the Jets. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, West Virginia.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. First play of the period, first down here. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's a nice run by the running back. And I'll tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will, be more physical, because there's so much emotion that goes into it. And going back to last year, like this game was so close, so tight. So what's going to be the difference? A lot of times, man, it's the physicality and the running game.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. And it's incomplete on third down.
It's been a two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
West Virginia starts this drive, and the offense looks ready to go. Delayed handoff, it's Thompson. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Keep it on the ground. There's a crease. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Thompson. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. On the run, it's Thompson. He locked up and held on to bring him down. Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this third down. Got it looking for a first. Turning it on. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup. 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the... Shit. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to throw. It's Montgomery. Bringing the heat. Quickly to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. And the Mountaineers will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
The offense just has not... able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they...
Caught, and he's got room. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Looking left. The short hands. It's Helms. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
Timeout called by Virginia Tech. That's their 3rd and final one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Dances away to buy time. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Looking to throw, it's Montgomery. Got a man, it's Hamilton. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency. Wants to throw it again. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. No surprise, looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. Let's start with Memphis taking on the Navy Midshipmen.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Here they come, first and 10 from the 48. The run inside. It's McCord. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After losing a couple on that last play, here's second and 12. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
Great job of contained by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic, and that's exactly what happened there.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Hokies are rolling down the field. Takes the handoff. It's McCord. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's first and 10. They're going to ride this running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Third and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be fourth down. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. So on their first drive of this third quarter, they find themselves in a tie game after that last field goal. On the option. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
They'll try to run for it. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. That last completion sets him up on second down. Maybe some room here. They get him corralled, but he carries it. Way down to the 7-yard line. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Headed to the fourth, and both of these running backs have been outstanding, and both have found the end zone on today. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. Looking to the end zone on third and goal. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! They take the lead here in the fourth.
Big-time kick right there, man. Fourth quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Caught behind the line. It's McCoy. Snags it, and there's running room. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Looks as if he's going to run it. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival. And they've got enough space. Touchdown, Hokies. They've got the lead here in the fourth. This big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. But they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Got it in the middle. It's Hamilton. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Thompson. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Back to pass. It's Montgomery. Pocket breaking down. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And 3rd down for a defensive lineman, trust me, I'm one of them, is money down. Go get me that quarterback, make the stop, get him to 4th down. The defensive line, the defense was ready to rock and roll. Nice job.
Gotta have it here on 4th down. Throws to the tight end. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end.
Hey, and this is the time where I'm a defense. I'm slow to get up. I'm making sure I stay on that offensive player. I'm trying to eat up as much clock and make this offense burn as much clock, Palmer, as I can.
And this coaching staff right now, you know they're looking at the analytics too, right? How many timeouts do we have left? Do we want to think about dialing up some play calls that get guys catching the football, that get the ball out of bounds to stop the clock? You've got a good rhythm right here. You're in a good position of the field to go win this thing. But
touchdown, Mountaineers! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. And the Mountaineers regain the lead.
Who can you count on in those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be changing the route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Oh, a double pass. Here comes the heat. He's out past the 35. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. To the air on 1st down. He's got him in the flat. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Moving out to the right. Got his man. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. And the Hokies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Plucks it out of the air. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Oh, look, Ma, one hand. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. Virginia Tech wants to take a moment. They call their second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He wants to change this route. Now from inside the red zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
I know it hasn't always been pretty for this guy throughout the course of the game, but David, he has shown tremendous mental toughness. He just keeps going back on the field, and he keeps taking his shots. He looked really good on that last drive throwing the football, and now gives his team the lead.
And he has struggled. That's his first passing touchdown. But in the moment when this team needed it the most, in a 2-minute drill when it's the hardest, he puts it together, goes down the field, and takes the lead for his football team.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Back to throw, it's Montgomery. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Under fire. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's going to do it. And it went right down to the final play. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go into the NFL. They'll be
Mr. Sandman. Sometimes it just seems the electricity is turned up for Saturday night college football on EA Sports. It's the Delaware Blue Hens and the Virginia Tech Hokies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, checking in with Virginia Tech's head coach pregame. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Hokies offense will be first on the attack. And here comes the sophomore running back. In their last win, he had a 100-yard game and scored 3 times.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
Fundamental football with the Hokies. We talk about special teams, but the running game has always been part of their DNA.
And when you continue to find guys at the running back spot like David.
Could be an out. Going airborne. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Runs for the tackle. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on 3rd down from their own 20. Trying to run, it's McCord. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's McCord. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies! The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Blue Hens offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. He's been a really good complementary piece to this passing attack. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Hand off from the shotgun. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Caught over the middle. It's Bowman. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Got a little grass. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. With the catch, it's Bowman. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. Gives it on the option. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The Blue Hens come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. The offense changing the play. The run inside. It's McCord. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. He's piled up 82 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. After one quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll give it to him again. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the move, it's McCord. Got enough for the first. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Hokies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Running inside, it's McCord. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Hands it off. Powers through the defender. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. With the line of scrimmage at the 28, this would be about a 45-yard field goal attempt. They're going to keep the offense out there on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just shedding, just steamrolling the defense. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
You become a really good football coach when you got guys like that you can hand it to. Look at him, break tackles and shows you the speed to run away from the defense. Jesse, he is an absolute nightmare.
That's a great point, David. You don't have to scheme this guy up perfectly, which means you don't have to have everybody accounted for blocking, because he'll make them miss or he'll break tackles. And then you're right. Once you get into the open field, it's not just physical running, but how about the ability to hit the jets and take it the distance?
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's...
Makes the grab and room to run. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Blue Hens in the hurry-up.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down.
There he goes. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Blue Hens come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Hebert. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McCoy. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Looking to fire.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they're not on the same page there.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
He's got an open man. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. Virginia Tech wants to take a moment. They call their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. He'll pull it down. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Fighting off the defender. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Got his man on the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Hokies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on 1st down. Touchdown, Hokies! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner will be brought down. This drive will open from the 15. Off-play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. To the air, it's Hebert. Fires left. Complete downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to throw on first down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted to stop the threat. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Taking the field now, the Blue Hens offense, and they'll start this drive. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop. I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
A little release to the back. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble. And the Blue Hens will punt this one away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. Here's the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Right back to the well. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's McCord. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Right back to the well. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Run in the red zone. It's McCord. Just plowing ahead. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And the Hokies will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And the beatdown has ensued. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and now 18 on the season.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Delaware's offense takes the field to start this drive. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Hebert. They've got the screen set up. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Blue Hens will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. So much for the wet ball drill. Hang on to it and muffed it. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Flips it out to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Looking for a man. It's Hebert. It's complete to the left. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Blue Hens.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Runs through a tackle. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Right back to it. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Maybe a crease. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. Give to the back. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Running inside. It's Daniel. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got him.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
Turning it on! Bust through behind his pad. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Hokies look to keep this drive humming. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Shakes off the defender. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. They've been very good at moving the chains on 3rd down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football going.
Looking for a man. It's Hebert. Gets away. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Got 9 yards on the play. Leaves him with 3rd and a yard. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Looking to throw on 1st down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Blue Hens in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Bunch formation for these receivers. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McCord. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to him. Makes it past him. Ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Looking for room. It's McCord. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. to the ground with the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hokie. And the route is on. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Looking to throw, it's Hebert. That's reeled in, it's Bowman.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them